Android 2.2 works on old iPhones, soon to exist on the iPhone 4. Apple pulls slider cases from their stores due to Glassgate. And Cydia is now ready for iOS 4.2, but the OS is nowhere to be found. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everybody, I'm Jaime Rivera and welcome to the Pocketnow iReview, the show where we go through all this week's cool and the not so cool inside the world of Apple's iOS devices. Now this week we have a lot of more uncool stuff than good, but just to keep it in order, let's start off with the cool. Well, Android 2.2 has just been ported to the first generation iPhone and the iPhone 3G. How? Well, just as you can boot Windows on a Mac through Boot Camp, there's this application called Bootlace. For jailbreakers, obviously, they have all the fun. It doesn't happen for the rest of us, but this will actually allow Android 2.2 to work on the iOS devices on a dual boot, so you can actually choose to boot with iOS or Android. This is also being ported to the iPhone 4 soon through an application called OpenIBoot. We hope it's coming out, soon enough. We don't have dates clearly yet, but it's part of the iDroid project, which is really cool. We still don't know if there are bugs or not. Again, these are all jailbreak features. Nothing is final, but anyways, it's Android on really cool hardware. So if you've owned a BlackBerry from November 1st, 2005 up to when the iPhone was released in 2007, all the way up to September 7th, 2010, it seems you'll probably get some money back from AT&T or the IRS. Why? Well, AT&T is notifying certain customers that it seems they were charging for taxes and certain services they weren't supposed to. We're really not sure when to expect this. It seems AT&T needs to get this fixed by March of next year. Really not sure which users are going to get this or if they'll be eligible for money or certain other benefits, so we'll see how the news develops eventually. Now, iTunes 10.1 has just been released for the PC and Mac. You'll actually need it if you're interested in upgrading to iOS 4.2 on your iPhone, iPod Touch, or iPad, so be sure to get it. And aside from that, it'll bring you the ability to have Airplay work through an Apple TV if you already own one. And aside from that, well, all you'll get is Ping working through Twitter. And that's it. That's pretty much it. And yeah, the jailbreak community was worried because Cydia did not work with iOS 4.2's betas and Goldmaster candidates, but it's just been confirmed that they've already figured it out, and even with all the changing APIs, they will release Cydia soon with iOS 4.2 and the jailbreak, and apparently it also brings an overhaul. All we need now is iOS 4.2, and thank God we're getting close to the not so cool section because that's when we're going to start talking about that. That does it with the cool. Let's continue on with the not so cool. iOS 4.2 has not been released yet. I'm not going to say delayed because Apple just said November. They didn't say a specific date, but we've been waiting for November 7th. Nothing happened. This Friday, nothing happened. Then some people are saying November 16th. Not really know what to say. Goldmaster Candidate 2 is out right now, so we could say a week is the least that we're going to wait, probably next Friday. But some people are also saying November 20-something, which is not cool. I feel really bad for the iPad owners that are waiting for multitasking, and there are a lot of us users waiting to be able to unlock iPhone 4s with iOS 4.2 as promised by the dev team, so hurry up, Apple. I'm really waiting for this. Okay, so Hasbro has been working on a project where they'll bring 3D goggles for your iPhone. We're still trying to figure out why. I mean, I'm really thinking, would you actually wear the goggles? And even if you could wear the goggles, I mean, you have to hold the phone on one hand and then hold the goggles on the other, and how are you going to play with the phone afterwards? Anyways. Now, one of the really uncool things that happened this week is that it seems that iOS 4.2 will not bring Airplay to the iPhone 3G. Why? Well, we really don't know why. Nothing confirmed on what's wrong with the hardware. I mean, what's next? That iOS 4.3 will not bring phone calls to the iPhone 3G? Really not sure if it's worth upgrading anymore. And well, it seems that Apple has pulled all the slider cases from their Apple stores because of Glassgate. It seems that the famous Gorilla Glass, Hippopotamus Glass, or Elephant Glass, whatever you want to call it, is really not that good. If any dirt gets caught within the case and the phone, it seems that it'll scratch it. And yeah, that includes the Mophie juice pack, so really not sure what to expect. Really no point from Apple, nothing said just yet, but it's happening, so anyways, Apple. That's it for today's iReview. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions or comments you have about this video, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/PocketNowTweets, youtube.com/PocketNowVideo, or also on Facebook at facebook.com/PocketNow. That's it for now.